cheating is something no one expects in a marriage. It's a betrayal that cuts deep, leaving wounds that take a long time to heal. My name is Olivia, and this is the story of the day my husband confessed to his infidelity and the shocking reasons behind it. Liam and I had been married for 6 years. From the outside, our life seemed perfect. We had a cozy home, stable jobs, and a circle of friends who often envied our relationship. "You two are such a perfect couple," they'd say, and I'd smile, believing it to be true. Liam was thoughtful and attentive, always remembering the little things that made me happy. My favorite coffee order, the books I loved to read, or even the songs I'd hum while cooking. I felt secure in our relationship, or so I thought. Over time, I started noticing changes. Liam became distant. He'd spend hours on his phone, brushing off my questions with vague excuses about work. He began coming home late, claiming he had to catch up on projects or attend client meetings. When we did spend time together, it felt strained. He'd sit in the same room as me, but his mind seemed miles away. "Are you okay?" I asked him one evening. He nodded, giving me a tired smile. "Just stressed, Olivia. Nothing to worry about." But I was worried. I'd heard the whispers, the stories from friends about partners who drifted away, and the secrets they kept. Still, I told myself it was just a phase, that work was taking its toll on him. I convinced myself there was no reason to doubt him. After all, this was Liam, the man I loved. One Friday evening, Liam's phone buzzed repeatedly on the dining table. He was in the shower, and I couldn't resist glancing at the screen. It was a message from someone named Sophie. "I can't wait to see you again. Last night was amazing." My heart stopped. My hands trembled as I stared at the message. Who was Sophie? What did she mean by last night? I felt like the ground beneath me had crumbled. When Liam came out of the shower, I confronted him immediately. "Who is Sophie?" I asked, holding up his phone. His face turned pale, and for a moment, he was silent. Then, he let out a heavy sigh. "We need to talk," he said, sitting down at the table. Liam admitted to having an affair. He told me it had been going on for several months. "It's not what you think," he said, his voice barely above a whisper. "I never wanted to hurt you, Olivia. I swear I felt a mix of anger, betrayal, and heartbreak." "Then why did you do it?" I demanded. "Why would you betray me like this?" He hesitated, looking down at his hands. "Because I felt invisible," he finally said. "You're amazing, Olivia. You're smart, kind, and you've always been there for me. But somewhere along the way, I started feeling like I wasn't enough for you, like I couldn't make you happy anymore." I was stunned. "So, instead of talking to me, you turned to someone else?" I asked, my voice breaking. He nodded, tears filling his eyes. "I know it was wrong. I've hated myself every day for it. But Sophie made me feel seen, like I mattered." Hearing Liam's confession didn't make the pain any easier to bear. If anything, it made it worse. I couldn't understand how the man I had loved and supported could feel invisible. Had I really failed him in some way? Or was this just his excuse for doing the unforgivable? I decided to take some time for myself. I stayed with my sister for a few days, trying to process everything. Liam texted me constantly, apologizing and begging for another chance. But I didn't know if I could ever trust him again. My sister, Emily, helped me see things more clearly. "Olivia, this isn't about you," she said. Liam's choices are his responsibility. You gave him love and support. He should have communicated with you, not betrayed you. Her words gave me strength. I realized that no matter what Liam's reasons were, his actions had broken something between us. And I wasn't sure it could be repaired. In the end, I made the hardest decision of my life. I told Liam that I couldn't continue in a marriage where trust had been destroyed. "I love you, Liam," I said, tears streaming down my face. "But I need to love myself more." Leaving wasn't easy. There were days when I doubted my decision, nights when I cried myself to sleep. But with time, I began to heal. I focused on my career, reconnected with old friends, and even started therapy to work through the pain. Liam's confession had shattered my world, but it also taught me an important lesson. Communication and honesty are the foundations of any relationship. Without them, even the strongest bonds can break. Thank you for listening to my story. Remember, you deserve love that is honest and true. If someone betrays your trust, it says more about them than it does about you. Stay strong and never settle for less than you deserve. If you enjoyed this story, please like, share, and subscribe for more English stories. See you next time.